Сколько надо, больше не надо, зачем эту
There is a film for me which is one of the most touching films from you at least, which is The Settlement. Let me ask you about how you have little by little approached that particular community, because you are extremely careful in order to portray what they are and what they are living and who are they. Until the very end, you made a fantastic decision to open up who are they. So can you explain me your ethical standpoint or the aesthetic which is connected with an ethical standpoint?
In this film, I shot in the mental institution, and I shot it's a strange institution because it is in the forest, and people work like a peasant, and they develop ground, they make a potato, and etc., and they have a cow, and through that they try to be normal. And what I feel when I came to that place, that people around, normal people, they are more crazy than
this
community. And it was a main point and main topic of what interested me to show these people like that. And this willing to show normality and to be a normal people. And after that, I think that okay, if I show them immediately from the beginning close, everybody understand, and reaction will be like people, how people react if they see something out of norm. And I would like to propose another point of view, and I show them in the beginning, like 20 minutes of this film, from the distance. And after that only I show something which can disturb your perception. But in that moment you are in,
yes,
and your relation with these people are completely different. And this decision was an ethical decision in same time. You know, the white plant, it's an ethical decision. Yeah. And so I did a film about that. You know.
Did they see the film?
No.
No, they didn't.
No.
Tell me.
No, I even don't know how to do that.
To do it.
It's in the forest in Russia, and I have to bring all stuff. And
I understand.
But maybe I have to. But sometimes I never do that. I don't know why. Because sometimes you can open them something which they don't want to know. It is also
a big issue.
Very dangerous to do that. And some scene I didn't shoot. Interesting from the cinema point of view.
Yes.
But
Not
I can't
ethical.
do one guy. It was a scene when the old man is dying near cuisine, and it was such a quiet in all this place, and this, because it's a few houses, and all people feel that it is death close, and they know that everybody from them will die more or less here, and they bring his body in the carriage with the horses to the place where they save the body, and it was a field near this place where they collect something and work.
Okay.
And this carriage continue his movement, leave a body, and after that continue to work. You know, fantastic
Yes,
show,
but you
fantastic
can't.
episode. But I can't to shoot because I understand that they will hate me. This is, you know.
No, apart from that, your film is a film for me about dignity, in a way, and that will be absolutely against that feeling. Let me ask you, just for ending this interview, two things I like to discuss. How do you decide to the editing of that masterpiece, which is Blockade? Because you got a lot of stuff which was Russian film or Russian documents, footage, and then you saw that and you reorganize it. What was the criteria of that organization, and how do you think at that moment the sound of the film? Because it's outstanding also, the sound, how it works on the film.
Oh, it was a first decision when I started to think about this film, but it was not so many material, so many footage, only 6 hours. Nothing, almost nothing, 1 to 5. And a lot of footage very well known, and they use for different kind of propaganda films, mostly propaganda films. And I was surprised that nobody did a film about, not about how Soviet people fighting with enemy, how they won in this fighting, but about how people, how the city, the town, Leningrad, die, and how people try to survive, and how horrible it was this time. I haven't seen this kind of films before, and I would like, first of all, clean this material from the voiceover or music, which is the same voiceover, nicer than voiceover.
Yes.
What I have to do with the sound, I have recreated sound, and it was a first decision. And, after that, I just collect material, and I follow the historical events and collect all together, like bombing, fire, prisoners, winter, body of town, the barricades, and you know, this kind of people on the street, winter, how they find the wood for own, and you know, this kind of I collect. But the most important is the end of that film, because it is the same, I think, metaphorical end, because it's not about the film. When you watch till the end, it's not only about the St. Peter, Leningrad, and the siege. It's about humanity and about society, how this society was built, and every society, I think, because in the end it's after liberation, execution. The handing the enemy,
Yes.
public execution,
Yes.
which shocked you as a spectator after all this shock which you get from the film.
You have made a decision afterwards, a couple of years later, when you did In the Fog, which is again it starts with a opening shot, which is a long shot, a standing long shot, and again there is an execution. But there you made a decision which is not on Bloque. You don't see the execution.
Yeah.
Why?
But we see in this film we have the film in between two executions.
Yes.
One, it's a self-execution without public. And we see somehow in the fog
Yes.
this execution and at the end. We don't see exactly because of fog, but the camera
Yes.
watch in this direction. This execution, because for me it was not interesting to show how people handling, because in that case it will be the end of the film. It is volcano.
Yeah, I know.
If you make it.
Yes.
Prefer time from time to keep almost dangerous moments when somebody
Off-screen.
killed. Yeah, it worked much more
Of course.
stronger when you hear and
Don't
try
see.
to imagine.
What it is.
Yeah, but we start from landscape, this shot, and finished with a nature mort, with the burns.
Estamos con un maestro del cine y es verdaderamente un privilegio haberlo tenido en el cinematógrafo. A veces podemos llevarles a ustedes los protagonistas del cine del siglo XXI. No hay duda que Sergei Lotnitsa es uno de los más grandes cineastas de la actualidad.